So if I understand this correctly, you have a smart contract builder that makes building a smart contract not a foreign concept like WordPress.
Correct.
On top of that, you have a whole reporting tool and a simulator that people can see what their smart contract can do, that smart contract can do with them, do for them. And if they don't like it the first time, they can go back and fix it in the smart contract until they get it perfect and then go to market with it. And the community is there to show them how to use it. And they can start raising money for their project. They can propose a project, but that project would be voted on by the community and then they can run with it, or
both
if
ways.
it was funded, only if it's funded.
Let me stop you there. You can use the smart contract builder and the revenue simulator, whether you're a star token holder or not. Yeah. You could do that. I mean, a lot of people, indie filmmakers, young students and stuff like that, even YouTubers, they just want to use the simulator to see, okay, where's this contract? And you don't have to deploy it to the blockchain until you've got all the ducks in a row and you've decided what you're going to do. And then at that point in time, you can render it to the blockchain, and there'll be some fees and gas fees and stuff like that. But exactly what you said earlier, if you have star tokens, you can be part of this community where you could actually present and do a proposal to the entire community to try and get your project funded. And you can use the revenue simulator, just like you said, Vince, to be able to do that. So both.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah. Real world and within the community. So it doesn't matter. It'll work for everyone. But your advantage to holding the star tokens is to be a participant in that fractional ownership of the film. Because that's where it's going to get fun, is when we can start to own pieces of this creative content. Remember I talked about the creative energy? Mm-hmm. You know, when you can have a slice of somebody else's energy. Because they're going to be going and creating this film or music or project or whatever it may be, and you can follow along. You can be part of it. And you can see it in real time, just using the Starwire applications and the platform. So that's the big Pollyanna picture, and I think we're getting so close. This has been phenomenal. The people that are in your group and the people that are coming alongside of us, and even like the students in the universities are discovering, you know, the power of the ownership of your own intellectual property and how important that is. And so for the first time in history, you know, it's the old saying. I mean, how old is this saying? How do I protect my song? What do?
Own the master.
You mail it to yourself.
Yeah.
How old is that?
Right. Yeah. Well, this is. I mean, it is. This is an incredible magnet to build a community. People love the movies, and you know, to be a part of it, by having, you know, some of the token, and you know, kind of you know, on the ride to, you know, with the movies of creating it. That's very cool. I mean, that's a great idea, great concept. I mean, I know, like you were talking about with building WordPress sites, I know Vince does too. That's incredible, where you can kind of drag and drop and just build it out. You know, that's awesome.
It's going to be incredible. And before I let Garnet continue, I think it's important to take note that with the smart contract builder and with the community, that we're building on something that is, maybe in your minds it's a bit disruptive, but we want to play well with others, because this is a key thing. People don't want to lose their jobs. You know, people don't want to be in situations where all of a sudden they feel threatened. This is an industry of people that, you know, it's not a lot of stable employment in terms of that. There's a lot of contract stuff. We had Wes on last week, and Wes is a special effects guy who's got, you know, he's worked on Star Treks and all kinds of different shows. And, you know, everybody just wants to make sure that they can continue doing what they do and they love and still earn a living at it. So the disruption is coming from a groundswell where, you know, Steve Jobs used to have the old saying, we want to make money or music easier to buy than to steal. Mm-hmm. And that always stuck with me, because we want to make something that's simple. And the only way that you disrupt things is you give people something, like Garnet said earlier, of value that they go, wow, this is a tool that we can use. And even if they're, big companies or whatever, it's just something simple that they can give to their director, their filmmaker, and they can make it happen. Our community is going to be different. It's not going to be based on Hollywood this or Hollywood that. It's going to be a community of creative people and people that have a vision to be able to see a decentralized world and the ability to participate, and not only participate in the voting, but in the earning and being able to get that fractional ownership of some of these films. So, sorry, Garnet, carry on.
Yeah, you brought up you brought up universities, and that just reminded me of this university in Holland. Through a series of events, we ended up meeting Joachim, who teaches part of this creative business program at the University of Applied Sciences in Utrecht. And again, we were showing Joachim the alpha version of Starwire, and he's like, "Guys, I know you're not finished yet, but could we allow our students just to play with that, because it's such a powerful tool for them simulating business models, right?" And they said, out of all the blockchain projects that we've seen, some are so complex, this is the first one that we actually want to give to our students, to give them an assignment based on a blockchain sort of application that we see as just very, very simply, it helps teaches some of the business principles that we're trying to embed in them. And we said, well, of course. So, we see, we hope, that university will be one of many. And of course, we're going to reach out to them, and that's all part of adoption. The more, it's the future business people, right, who are going to see a tool like this and go, oh yeah, of course, we want to be in the. I think that's, for me, that's one of the exciting things is our ideas. We build them out technically, and then we watch how they impact people, not just, for me here in Canada and in our little, world, but, there's people using Starwire in Holland and, beyond. That's going to be fun watching our community grow through national borders. Yeah.